Okay, it looks like we're live, so welcome back. Today I'm going to be checking out EasyLang. My friend Marshall, also known as Schooly. It is his project, his language. Give me a second. Okay. All right. So that'll be fun. I haven't, he showed me some of the stuff of how it works, but I haven't actually used it myself. So I'm gonna be exploring it. I don't know a whole lot about it. Um, it looks pretty cool though. He has some cool ideas for it. So basically, as the name suggests, it's meant to be kind of easy, right? So kind of like he wants it to be beginner friendly, but also you're able to do advanced things with it. Um, yeah. So I meant to do a stream on this last week, but I didn't get around to it. So yeah, I've been busy. Okay, I'm in a new location, as you can tell, perhaps. Much better lighting because there's the outside over there. Because before I was in like a basement and there was harsh lighting, we'll say. But yeah, it's a lot better now. There's like sun and stuff. Okay, let's see. So I guess let's just get into it. So I don't actually have it in here. Yeah. So if we go here, where we go? Here's the, I built it already, so I have it. So here's the binary right here. If we run that, it just prints out the, basic help stuff. Let's see. So you can run and build. So I think, if I understand correctly, it's interpreted. Um, So I don't know what build does. It might just not do anything. I don't know if it makes, I don't know, I'll have to try that out. I don't know if it makes some kind of executable, because I know it is interpreted. It's not a thing. Let's just look at some examples. So there is an examples directory. So there's like a whole standard library and things like that. I don't commit help. I don't know why there's two. What the heck is that about? How you doing, Penguin? What is up? So arrays. So I wonder, I think syntax is go. That'll be close enough, as long as it highlights comments and strings and things like that. Import as well. Using isn't what? Yes, that might be. Oh, I thought that had using. Perhaps not. I mean, I guess not. Um, all right, arrays. So print lines, you can just do that. Yeah. So this has using. So you can either put it here, and then that makes it like global. So for the whole file, or you can put it in a function, and then that uses the namespace. And of course, you can also use standard dot print line. Of course. There was import. Let's see. There was some way to do it here where it kind of imports for the whole file. It's like import and use or something like that. Let me see if that's in any of the examples. He showed it to me, but I don't remember exactly what the syntax was. Um, I guess I can just try it out. Let's go here. You're gonna modify the example, but I'm not submitting a pull request, so that's fine. So import and use. It was something like this, some syntax like this to use that for the whole file, just to make it kind of short of, what is this called? Okay, it looks like that worked. So I guess that is the syntax. So import and use. So that's kind of cool. A neat thing. So numbers, okay. Let me look at it. So temp, that is how you declare, does anything have temp? I want it to be highlighted because it's weird to read, but it's fine. Numbers, so here's how you declare it, and you put the type in the array like this. Let's see. Array length. Okay, len. I'm trying to think what would be a good, like JavaScript works fine. It's good enough. I'm distracted by the highlighting. Can you have arrays? No, I don't think so. Of like, mixed types. Then it's not really an array, but regardless. Numbers. Okay, so you just print it out like that. So that's nice. It has formatting built in. Cool. You can index, of course. You can get the length. Iterate over. So for each. Okay, so there's for each. Simple enough. With index for, okay, range. Nice. I wonder if you can do it without this. I wonder if it has that capability of like default arguments. I'll have to figure that out. So I'm going to try to build something with it today. I might not be able to build the whole thing. I'm thinking like an interpreter, maybe for fourth or something like that. Brain frick, one of those, one of the simple things. I don't know if it has the ability to read and write to files, which obviously I'd like that if I'm building an interpreter. Um, I mean, there probably is. I want there to be like an easy way to do it. Uh, yeah, which there might be. I haven't looked yet. Actually, does it even show it here? It's hello maps. There is a lot of standard library stuff, so I think there would be. We'll figure it out. Empty array. Okay, so you can initialize an empty one, and it says okay, simple enough. Let's open another file. What else do we have? Hello. So here's hello world. Pretty simple. You can infer how that would look from this one. Maps. So yeah, okay. Key value pairs. Fizz buzz. All right. Cool. Control flow. Structs. All right. Let's look at structs because that's interesting. So he showed the syntax to me. It was like a week ago now, a little over, because I'm late, but that's fine. Let's check the syntax here. I want this to be highlighted. It doesn't matter. Um, why is string not highlighted? Isn't that a keyword? Okay. So const versus struct. Okay. Simple enough. And so it's like go, so you don't need the commas. Point. Okay. And so when you showed it to me, you can self-reference, right? So you could have point, right? So it references itself. So that makes sense then. I wonder how much he's done. I'm getting distracted, but I want to figure this stuff out. I wonder how much he's done since I talked to him. What? Am I having internet issues? Okay. I think it's working. It went out for. It does that. Mic is low. Let me see if I can turn it up. Give me a moment. Is that better? It looks louder on OBS, so is it too loud now? Please let me know. Let's see. So how much has he done? So I talked to him a little over a week ago. All right, yes, there's a lot going on here. It's good. All right, excellent. Thank you. Okay, so he does a lot. I'm not going to read through what they are, but yeah, he's been working hard on this. It's pretty cool. So struct instances. Okay, nice. So let's see name. All right, so that's what that syntax looks like. Can you have this trailing comma? Because I like to do that. Structs. Okay, so it doesn't error, so you can do that. So that's good to know. I might, because sometimes I just do that. Okay, accent field, that's expected. Modifying. Okay, simple enough. Yeah, so this makes sense. So yeah, you can do temp, so you can have temp or const. So const obviously is immutable, and temp is mutable. So simple enough. Let's see. Okay. So do is the keyword for functions. Let me look at the functions. Let's see. What programming language? No, so not C. So this language, here actually I didn't link to it, so I'll put it in here now. This language is the one that I'm looking at. It's like a new one, so it's very early in development. So what did he use to make it? He used Go for it. So it's built in Go. It's interpreted, so I don't know how fast it is. Which I might do some testing on today. We'll see what we can get into. I'm just gonna be exploring, so I don't know how it's gonna go. But yeah, he used Go for it. But the language is called Easy or Easy Lang. I don't know how he wants it. I think just Easy is what he calls it generally. Yeah. So I don't know a whole lot about it, right? I'm just looking into it because it's all entirely his thing. I guess he had someone contribute. I don't know who that is. Maybe just docs or something. I could look if it'll look. There was an error. Nice. Okay, maybe it won't move. That's fine. Yeah, but if you have questions about it, you can go on my Discord, which I think there's a link here at the bottom. When you see it, might send it to us. Okay, there is. Hopefully that still works. I haven't changed it. I don't think it expires. Yeah, okay, it does. So if you go in there, This is just in general. There's a link on the YouTube too when that goes out. You can ask questions to Marshall about it. I think he'll be fine with that if you ping him. Hopefully he doesn't care. What language is best for implementing AI? I think Python generally. I don't do much AI, so I don't know. It also depends on what you mean by that. So stream crashed? No, I paused it. Okay, I paused the pre. It depends on what you mean. Hello world. That's not a thing. It doesn't work. I don't know why there's two button instances. I'm getting distracted. AI, if you're using it, like using libraries to make something with it, but if you're making the libraries to build it, then I think that's usually C or C++. PyTorch and YOLO. I don't know what YOLO is. I know PyTorch, obviously. YOLO? Let me put AI, something like that. My internet's kind of weird. I need to look into it. It's new, okay? I just moved in. Fast real-time deep learning models. Okay, I haven't heard of that. But yeah, so you'd use Python then for that. There's also a friend of mine, Stan. He uses Rust. I think it's called Burn. Yeah, so Burn. So this is like an AI thing for Rust. So that could be interesting as well. It's lower level, of course, because you have to use Rust. So I wouldn't use it, but you could if you're into that. But yeah, generally I think Python is kind of the standard. And then if you're making the actual libraries, generally you'd use C or C++ and Python, right? There is so this is something I've been following for a long time since it started, which I don't know when that was, a while ago. It's pretty cool, George Hans. It's Python as well. I think it's written entirely in Python. Maybe not. I don't know what this is for. Most of it is, at least. And it's pretty cool. So it's like PyTorch. This is more work, I guess, but faster. Yeah. I think you can just use Python, though, and if you use PyTorch or something like that, it just calls to C code or C++ code. And it's going to be mostly fast enough. So, yeah. Like, I wouldn't think about it too much because it doesn't matter. Once you get deep into it, then it matters. But for just learning about it, it doesn't matter. Okay. I need to pop out the chat because I can't see it. I used to have it on the screen where it would show up. Whatever. Okay. Let's see. I need to fix that. My streaming setup's a little messed up. Distracted. All right, print line, greet, so you can call the greet function. You don't have to declare it first, forward declare, that's good. Greet person with parameters, okay. So string, okay. Calculate, okay, multiple parameters. Is there default? Default arguments. I don't think so. I feel like you would have showed it here if there was. Creating a bot for a 2D game with AI chatbot for role playing. Interesting. Describe that a little more. What do you mean exactly? So a 2D game. So like there's NPCs that you talk to, and they are the chatbots, so they can respond to you. Or a different thing, different direction. Equals X. Let me see if anything compiles. This is functions. Okay. Unexpected token. Oh, expected token knockout. Okay, so it was expecting a closing. So that doesn't work. I don't think there's a way to do this then, but I want to try. I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. Is there? I just want to know if there is now. It's not a big deal if not, obviously. I might ask him about it and see what he thinks, though. Okay, yeah, so it looks like we can't do that. I thought not, since it wasn't here, but no, it does compile. Okay, nice. Hello, Alice, Bob. All right, looks like it all works. It does run. I want to try to build. So if you run it with build, what happens? Okay. Now, is there a new functionality? Symbols. A new function? I mean file. I think I misspoke. I'm a little tired. Kind of, but for the player, not as NPC. Automate your function while you play. Mm. So like, so if a stranger walks past you, the AI bot would say, "Hey peasant, clean off the mud from your boots." Ooh, okay. Hmm. Interesting. And so, how experienced are you, just with programming in general, or game development, like any kind of field? I want to get an idea for you know what you've got. Is there a new functions thing in here? It doesn't look like it. So what does build do? Maybe it does nothing. We do run, what I think it's saying is, yeah. Okay, what are the files in the examples? And then I kind of want to use it some. You see what we can get. Calculators, this is just a calculator. Okay, that might be interesting. Can we read user input? Zero. Oh, okay. Using ChatGPT a lot. Okay. Um, mostly a learning curve. All right. Well, that's cool. It might be a little ambitious to like get started. I guess we use ChatGPT for it a lot. I think when learning, if you actually want to be a programmer or get good at it, it's kind of best to not use it too much so you don't rely on it and you actually know what you're doing. But if you don't really care, you can use it and you probably could make something that works for what you want. Um, yeah, it's just you wouldn't know as much. Let's see, can we read? How does this? It just prints out, so it doesn't actually. So I wonder if there is any. There might not be yet because he was talking about I/O functions. So if there's not, I'll read through the standard library after this. Okay, so it doesn't read. Let's see, is it just like the standard? Mm, mm. Yo, what's up, sexy goes? Thanks for the follow. There's no my streaming set's all set is all messed up. It didn't it's supposed to pop up with like a follow message, so I didn't even see. Can I ask you a quick question? Sure. Let's see. I use GitHub Copilot a lot. Pro AI. Yeah, I mean I'm not anti AI per se, but I feel like learning coding feels wasteful because most people are talking about AI. Yeah, but is that really real? That's debatable. But yeah, you can do whatever you think. I just like programming, so I'm going to do that and not outsource it. I mean, I do some, I use it some, but because again, I'm not anti AI. If it makes you more efficient, then that's good, right? Yeah, what's the question? Easy. Is there only two files? Image. Okay, so here's the other standard data. There we go. That's what we want. So it's all Go code. So that's interesting. Help me just finish my website, get money. Help me host it. I tried to use GitHub Pages and Vercol and Netlify. I don't know a whole lot about that. What's your website? Is it just the front end? You have HTML, CSS, JavaScript, um, or do you have a back end too with a server? Because if you do, then it's a bit more complicated to host it. But GitHub Pages should work if it's just the front end, HTML, like I don't know the stuff. Kind of meh that you need multiple windows, and it's kind of disorienting when you have like 5 windows. I don't know. That doesn't bother me having a lot of stuff open, but backend, it's just a backend. Is it on GitHub? Is it something you could send me the repo to and I could take a look at it? I'm not going to take too long to help because I might not be able to help, but I'll take just a quick look at it. Um, yeah, can you send the link? Let's see. IO. Okay, so there is IO. So let's look at that. Send IO example file. Let's see. Do you have Discord? Yeah, here I can do this. There's the server. You might be able to ask for help in there too. There's, like a dozen people in there that are active, who might help, who know more about web development. I don't do web development, so it's not my thing. Let's see IO. What can we do? Okay. So I'm assuming this works. It doesn't look like there's examples yet, but that's good to know. Okay. File writing. Okay, write file. Write bytes. Okay. So is there read file? We'll assume. Okay, read file. So we can use that then. Let's try to just make something that reads a file. And we'll see if it works. So I'll make main.easy and for we'll just do and use std. Well, actually, I won't do and use, right? That's standard std. That's anyway. It might be noise, car noises, or whatever that is. Standard and then IO and do name set syntax JavaScript. That's very annoying. I don't know if you can hear it at all. It's like vibrating, like freaking bass or something. And let's just keep frame left. Hello world. There might be jackhammering or something out there. Let's see. So we have that, and let's do. I'm not going to open the Discord now, by the way. So if you send me a message, I won't see it until after the stream. Easy, and we'll run this print line. Oh, because I need to use it. Yeah. Easy. Using standard. Okay. Perfect. So that works. And then we'll do io dot write file. Let's see. What are the arguments to that? Write file. Package content and optional permissions. So there is optional. Oh, there we go. Okay, let me open this up. Over here. So I'm just going to take a quick look. I might not be able to help. You can probably ask people on the Discord or ask ChatGPT or something. Let's see. Clear drop. Server. So there's a server. So you won't be able to just use pages for it then. Because even like, I don't know. Yeah, you might have to. Because GitHub pages only host the front end. So you can host that, but you won't have the rest of it. And it's TypeScript. I thought so from the TS, but I didn't know if the whole thing was. Static. Yeah, so I'm not sure how you'd set that up. I don't know if there's a free way to use it. So you might have to ask someone on the Discord or somewhere else because I'm not sure. I don't host things. I've used Linode before to just put a backend on the server, Linode, and it's like $5 a month for the cheapest plan. So I mean, I can link you to that. You have to pay for it. I don't know of anything that you can host for free. Yeah, that's all that I know about that. So, and I don't know that that's how you're supposed to do it. Probably best to ask ChatGPT. It's kind of helpful for things like that for sure. Default permissions. Okay. Let's just try doing that. Right, fine. Nice. Dot this would be full. Is it just a string? Okay, so return values 90. So what does it return? Success and error. Interact. Check 10. Okay, and you do it like this. I forgot what it looked like. Okay, did it right the front. Okay, nice. All right, that's super easy. Very nice. Print line. Okay, we do this. Nothing. True. So it's okay and no error. All right, perfect. So let's read that in between both. I don't know what the purpose is for that. Because you could just have the error, and if there is nil, then it's okay, right? I'm not sure. Okay, so we can do that, write file, and let's do read file now. Let's look at what long place. Read file. What is that? Returns content and error. Okay, so this doesn't return okay, so that's I wonder why. It doesn't matter. Sure. Content error. I want to see what this says. Is it gonna change error? That's not cool. We just do this and then line. Okay. Name already declared. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, so read the file successfully. So we can read and write file. That is good. I'm glad we can do that so I can make the fourth interpreter. Very nice. And it's super easy to use, so that's cool. That's not fourth. Let's open this up. I don't remember how to use fourth at all. There was some website that was really good for it. Or let's know what it's called. Easy fourth is this? Yeah, there we go. It's light mode. It doesn't look as bad though because of the better lighting. Yeah, there's like a window right there. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So it pushes onto the stack. I probably won't make the full thing, just kind of a basic thing. So 1, now push on a stack. 2, pop. How do you pop from the stack again? I don't remember. Plus, okay, you can add. So if we do that, then 3 will be on the stack. Okay, simple enough. We can make just that for now. 1, 2, plus. And then this should end up with 3. So read file. We'll just do that for now. I wonder if there is like reading user input. Let's see. I'm imagine there is. How long is this? Oh, that's a lot of lines. Just read. Okay, read. Okay. Yeah, so just read from standard. We'll do that later. Or is there args actually? Like command line arguments. That makes more sense than reading from. Anyway, it doesn't matter for now. So read this and then should. Oh, that's nice that it has correction. So this was something he wanted, was really good error messages that kind of direct you. You did see earlier, it kind of prints out a lot of them, which I think that's something he plans on making a little better, but you can just scroll up to the top. But yeah, that's nice. So it says like, did you mean or? It doesn't really make sense in this context, but it's more helpful than just, I guess it's not that much more helpful in this scenario. Anyway, it's a nice thing. So it's kind of like the Rust compiler where it kind of directs you on what to do. It did work now, right? Yes. Okay. And there's no error, so we don't really need to print the error or check it because this is just for fun today. Yeah, so that 1, 2 plus. Why is there prints the line? Is there a tab? Okay, nice. So I'll be using that because the file just has a print line. So let's do for each character in content with each. Let me just do C actually. Nice. Okay. So these are switch statements. It highlights. I was checking. Oh, does it highlight? No, but this is not for that. I'll probably make for Vim like a syntax file at some point for this because I'd like to use that. What was it? Switch. Yeah. Let me see if it's over here. Switch. We'll just try it. Okay, why not? Switch over C. Case of plus. We'll just plus default. It'll print it better. Got char instead. Interesting. What does this mean? So the cases are like this. Expected closing. Oh, so it's confused by this part, the character. I wonder. Let me go here. Grab or switch. Let's look in the lexer of the source code. Lexer.go. So is there, I might have to open token. Token echo, there we go. Is there switch? 3 stream streak, let's go. Nice. No switch. Okay, so we'll just have to use it. I might talk to him about that. Unless I'm missing it, which I wouldn't think so. Unless his name's something else in here. But yeah, so it looks like no switch, that's fine. It doesn't throw an error. Like unrecognized token. I can make GD script standalone. Ooh. Might have talked about that before. Is there a way to do that? Is that possible? Because I know it uses a lot of like the libraries built in. I wonder. Let me know how that goes for you, because I'm very interested in it. I mean, I don't think I'd use it, but it's interesting nonetheless. So let's see. For now, we'll just do if. We'll do it as base as possible. If C equals plus. Then we'll have else. Perfect. Let's see how that works. Right. There's something else. So it's otherwise. So that is the syntax for it. So there's otherwise, and then or. Is that what it was? Yeah. I'll have to look at the if else. 1, 2 plus. Excellent. So since it's a space, let me see how the else works. I think there is something here. Or, okay, so it uses or and then otherwise. So it's interesting syntax. The or. Older G script. They're trying to make it integrable with integratable. Is that what you meant? With C sharp. Really? I know that they had C sharp as like an option that nobody uses. That's last time I used it, or last time I used Godot. Interesting. Or is, I wonder, is there like is white space or something? Is space. Wait, I don't that is space. Doesn't look like there. Strange that is space. There might not be. It's so freaking cute. GD script, how's it cute? That's a funny way to describe a language. It's just kind of like Python, though, really. I mean, not really, I guess, but in a lot of ways, yes. Python inspired, let's say. Yeah, I mean, if you like it, is it fast, like decent, better than Python? Space. Let me just see if it is a space. Is empty. Trim. Can you split? Let's try that. So we'll do no loop over the array. That makes more sense. Older GD script shown. Oh, does it look way different now? This would be up to date, right? The actual docs. Example. So how's it different? I didn't look at it too hard. Export is now written. Ooh, okay. Is that anything? My concern. Thank you. Okay. So it's just things like that. Okay. So let's do kind of equals strings, which we would have to import them. Strings dot split by space. Yeah, and then for each token in which tokens isn't exactly what we call it here. Well, kind of is, because that's kind of the whole tokenization step. So we don't have to make tokens. We can just use the literal characters, I think, directly and interpret it. Or other ones. Let's do that and see. Okay. Now just attribute as the okay. Nice. So it still has the new line. So let's trim. Let me look here. Trim. Where is it? Yeah, just trim. Does that trim every space? It might. Yeah, let's do replace. Let's replace all the new lines with a space, I think, because if we do 5, then there's not going to be a space in between. There still is. Okay. So it's just like this. Let's just trim right. Stop. It's not returning an error, so we might not be able to do it like that. No, that works. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now we can push onto the stack when we have 4 there is numeric. Okay, that's what we want. Okay, you don't need the otherwise. And we print out the token like that. So we want to push it onto the stack. Okay, so it prints that out and it doesn't print the plus anymore. So it completely broke. Why? I don't know what happened. We check if it is. Open. And it needs to do this. Or I think it needs a dollar sign. Token plus. Interesting. Why does it do this? Something with this function is skipping it. What? Get rid of the hello world. That's annoying. 1, 2 plus. Okay. So it's because I was comparing it to a character, but they're strings. That makes sense. Is yeah. Broken. 1, 2 plus is perfect. Yeah, because I'm using the otherwise, and that's why it worked before, even though it wasn't supposed to. It didn't actually work, I think. That works. So unknown token. So if we put like a in, then it's not valid. So I'm probably not going to get into strings because just I mean it's been 40 minutes now. I'll probably do like hour and a half stream. So we'll see what we can get done. 1, 2. So now we want to push onto the stack. So let's make a stack. We can make it global. Let's see. So what are the 2 stacks? Introduction. And the website doesn't work. Not mobile friendly. What are the certain applications? Interesting. Anyway, use of stack and forth. Everything rolls on the stack. We'll just start with that for now. So we'll have like stack. I think we can call it that. I don't think that's a reserved keyword. And can we just do this? And it will be of numbers because it's all going to be numeric. So we'll just use integers. I forgot how to define it. Okay, perfect. So here we'll do, how do we push to an array? A pen. Instead of a pen. Pen. Arrays dot append. Okay, so you have to import arrays. Whoops. I think he showed me that. Marshall. School. And open and went to a pen. No, I did that wrong. Static. Open. We will have to convert it to a number. So we'll see how that will work. Let's print the stack at the end, and now we can see. Okay, so that did work. That's interesting. I defined it as an array of integers. We appended to it, and now it is strings. So I'm going to ask him about that. I might like when I upload the YouTube video, I'll send him the link to this part because I don't know that he wants that behavior because it is typed, right? So that's not ideal. Oh shoot, that's interesting. Look how it's implemented. But yeah, so we need to do probably like strings dot two. I don't know what it would be. Union. Let's just try it. And if it doesn't work, then we'll actually figure it out. Not found. Two toy compare. Truncate is alpha is numeric. Replace title capitalize. Slice repeat. Okay, so it doesn't look like there is here. There might be. Not sure that's about. One example. Standard with line, print def, read. Oh, reads an integer from standard input. That might be something that we want to use. Hypo. Can we just cast it actually? I wonder if there's a way to do that. I don't remember if he shared that or not. Cast is not defined. Yes. Not convert to integer. Okay. Convert the value to an integer. It's a string. So why doesn't this work? How do you use that? Let me see what that's at. I have to explain. What is the exact error message? Cannot convert value to. Hmm. Convert to int. Why is there two? Oh, you know. Why can't it be? Or is there another way you're supposed to do it? I know. Like typo. Maybe it's like this. Yeah. String. Okay. So why can't it be converted to an integer? What if we try to convert it? Yeah, string. What is it going to say? That works. Iterating. That works as well. Cool. Can't do it at build times. That's the issue because it could be. What if we do if is token token equals, what did it print out? Prints out in. No, because that doesn't work. It's not like that. But it is being measured. Okay, so that's the issue. So how can we convert it at runtime? That's why it doesn't work. So something else then. There's some way to do it here, for sure. Let's see. Mm-hmm. For the motion sometimes. Okay, there we go. I don't know why it does that. My internet, I guess it dips for just a second. Frequently. Count. We have print lines. They're like print. No. Mm, oh, this is the end. Okay. I'm trying to think. How did you get when it comes to this? Oops. Standard lib. It's not OS though. Array from string. Mm, I feel like I'm missing very obvious something. Random. Don't need random. I know that's not. I'm going to be in here. Min, max, clamp, floor. Yeah, so this is, of course not. Um, Hmm. String contain, split, join, replace. I don't know how else. Like, I don't want to make a whole function for converting it. So, what happens if we add two strings together? What does it print out? 1 less 1. Is this even work? Or is it going to throw in there? 15. Okay. The characters. Is it the not valid for type? Okay. And then we convert it to like that only works because they're literal, so it wouldn't work anyway. Okay, and we do I think 40. You do minus, I forget. 6. Okay, so we can do that. If we just that'll only work for single digits. I might just do that for and then I'll figure out a better way to do it. Right, we'll do none equals should be able to do this. What is it going to error? Okay, it didn't. So token will do none minus 40. Okay, that works. You can't do double digit. I don't care. Right. Yeah, we can just do that. I don't know if I'm making let's just do minus of 0, so it's not good. Okay, and there we go. Works for me. Okay, 1, 2, and then here, yeah, now we need to just plot from it. So if we do plot, we're going to do that twice, and then we'll push back the result. And so yes, that just works. Just one line. Excellent. Very nice. It's a little janky. That's all right. Get rid of print token. Well, I'll leave that empty. Okay, 3. So now we can do stuff, kind of. Plus, and we'll just push a 5, and we'll do plus. Nice. Because 3 plus 5 is indeed 8, so that works. We can do minus now really easily. Or, let me just do this. And we'll do minus. So that'll be negative, so it won't work. That's fine. Let's make it not negative. Wait. I think we want to do it the other way because 6. So it's doing 2 minus 6. Which way does it do it for 4th? Let me look. Because there is an interpreter right here. So let's do 1, 5 plus 2 minus 4. Okay, so it does go the other way. So we need to switch these around. Wait, we can't. Okay, so now it does need to get more. A equals step B, and we'll do B plus A. And that should be the right one. Perfect. Okay. So negative does work. That's right. -2. Okay. But it couldn't read to negative. It couldn't do -5. Yeah, unknown token, as expected. All right. Also, we can do this. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, because this interpreting is like a build timer. That's interesting. Anyway, good enough. Good enough for now. So what else is there in 4th? I don't even remember. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, the rest of the things. It's all the same stuff, I don't need copy paste. Divide, initiate. So we can do multiply by 5, so 15. Excellent. All right, so we have that. Defining words. I'm not going to do words right now, so because that gets more complicated. Duplicate. All right. Drop. Yeah, simple enough. Swap. Swaps the top two elements to the stack. I have implemented this before, but it's been a minute. I don't know how much I'm going to get into it today. Yeah, we'll see. Over is a bit less obvious. It takes the second element and duplicates it to the top. Yes, I remember that. Very useful. Rotates the top three elements. Yeah. Yeah. Third element gets moved to the top, and then the other two get pushed down. Yeah, simple enough. So it just takes, yeah, pretty easy. Period outputs the top of the stack. So let's add that, and then we won't print the stack anymore. We'll just print what's at the top of it. Okay. So yeah, we can just do that, and it's dot will. We really just want to print it. I think we want to do print that for this. Print whatever's on the top. And it does not work. Okay. Perfect. Nope. What? How do you use printf? Oh, it's kind of like F. I don't know if you can hear that. There's noises outside vehicles. You got this. Huh. Okay. What do you think, Mike? That's fine. Wait, what? Where do these come from? The braces. Because we print the stack at the end. That's why. Okay, so maybe that was working actually. You know, I'm just stupid. There we go. Yeah. I think I do want to line. I don't know if it. I don't know that it's supposed to, but it doesn't matter. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so now we can see it's at the top. That's very nice. And if we do this, there's no checking, so it's just, yeah. Throw in there, that's fine. Okay. What else is there? That emit. That's simple enough, just cast it to a character basically. I think that will just work. And let's make it larger. Let's push. How do we see the XP table? I don't remember. Okay, let's do 30. We can't keep working. We'll do 10, 14 times 8 volts. I mean, oh yeah, into 10. Okay. Excellent. Okay. That's what I wanted. So yeah, that works. Carriage return, outputs a new line. Okay, can do that. Just print one. I think you can just do that. So we do this. Perfect. Nice. That's for strings. We're not doing that. Conditionals. Yeah, so that's checking that. I'm gonna go pretty soon, so I'm not gonna get too complicated like with if and things like that. It's a cool link, so I'll link this. I'll link it in the description of the. I put it in the chat, but I'll put it in the description on YouTube. Variables. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot about that. That's how that works. Um, so this was the other stack, right? Variable balance pushes the memory location on this stack. Okay. So there's memory, and that's what I was thinking of like the other variable balance. So that's memory location, and then prints out that. Fun. Thank you for the follow. Lana Beal. Not sure how you're supposed to pronounce that. Stores a value. Okay. Fetch it. Yes, you can like write to it. I remember that. Again, I'm not going to do that. But that's cool. So that was what I was thinking. Lost the. There we go. Arrays. Yeah, I remember this as well. You allocate. This is really cool. It's a cool language. I made a more complex, like kind of mostly fully featured. I think twice. Full from me. And I see from me. Repositories. Yeah, Gorth and Forest. Yeah, it's just one file, but it has most of the features. This was, wow, 2 years ago. Yeah, it's basically just big switch statements, but and this is like the same thing. I made them around the same time because I was comparing the languages. I guess I made this more detailed. I think I did this one second. Yeah, so I remember most of these. Keyboard input, of course. Printing key, begin until. Yeah, don't think I'm going to implement any more today. Let me make a init. Yeah, it was kind of a shorter stream, but that's okay. I'm going to do more streams. I want to do more for Twix. That's the social media thing I was working on. I've been busy, okay? Let's do that. Get initial thing. So I might work on this more. I want to use EasyLang more. I might do something else. I just wanted something kind of easy to do today, but let me make a repository. Easy. Sure. With that easy, we'll do that. Public, yeah. And we'll do that. Perfect. And really real quick. It's just going to be kind of easy. Easy language. Well, how do you make a link? Where you do the thing. I want to link to the language. Okay, like that. That's what I thought. Easy language. And we put this and get this and put it here. Started doing Vim. I think that's it. Let me see. Perfect. That was good. Simple enough. Okay, license. It's MIT, I don't care. And I'm not going to put in strike with anything. If I come back to it and I make it more fully featured, then I probably will. For now, it's just this is good enough. And there we go. Perfect. So that links properly. That's all good. So that's going to be about it for today. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.